Hello everyone, my name is Satyanarayan and in this video I'm just going to show you how to find out the highest common factor, the HCF, or the lowest common multiple, the LCM, of a given set of numbers. Now these are fundamentals which have been taught at the basic school level, but in case you have forgotten these concepts, this should be a quick refresher. So, finding the highest common factor of a given set of numbers is actually quite a simple task. Now, as the name itself suggests, the highest common factor is a number which is a factor which can divide the given numbers. So, this number will be less than or equal to any of the number. So remember, in a given set of numbers, the lowest or the smallest number will be greater than or equal to your answer. So let's take an example. Let us say the two given numbers are 28 and 32. So first we factorize the number 28. For 28 we get the factors for this numbers using the prime factors would be 2 and 14, 2 7s are 14, 7 1s are 7. So 28 is nothing but 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 7. For 32 we find out 2 16s are 32, 2 8s are 32, 2 8s are 16, 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4 and 2 1s are 2. So 32 can be written as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. We have 2 which is common in both and another 2 which is common in both. So taking this as the set, 2 2s are 4. 4 happens to be the highest common factor for both 28 and 32. So what we basically did was we factorized the numbers and found out those numbers which are common to both, and that should be the highest common factor. Taking another example, if I am to find out the highest common factor of 150 and 250, for 150, when I prime factorize this, 2 7s are 14, 2 5s are 10, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15, 5 5s are 25 and 5 1s are 5. Similarly, for 250, 2 1s are 2 2s are 2 5s are 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25, 5 5s are 25 and 5 1s are 5. So 150 can be written as 2 into 3 into 5 into 5, and 250 can be written as 2 into 5 into 5 into 5. I have got 2 which is common in both, I have got a 5 which is common in both, and I have got another 5 which is common in both. So 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10, 10 5s are 50. So the highest common factor for the given numbers 150 and 250 is nothing but 50. Now, finding the least common multiple of a set of numbers is also a simple operation. Remember, the multiple is a number which is greater than or equal to it. So my answer, that is the LCM of a set of numbers, must be equal to or larger than the largest number in the given set. So in this, what technique do we employ? Well, we take both the given numbers 28 and 35 in the same thing when we start dividing it. Now both these numbers, if I take, let us say 2, so 2 divides 28 but does not divide 35, so leave it as it is. Again, 2 divides 14 but does not divide 35, leave it as it is. 7 divides this once and this 5 times, and then the remaining 5 is factorized. So 2 2s are 4, 4 7s are 28, 28 5s are 140. So 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 5, which is equal to 140, is the least common multiple for 28 and 35. Using the same technique, now if I am to find out the factor for 50 and 60, then I write down both the numbers here and I start with 2. 2 25s are 50, 2 30s are 60. Now 25 cannot be divided by 2, but 30 can be. So 2 15s are 30. Next I try with 3. It does not divide 25, but it can divide 15. Next 5 5s are 25, 5 1s are 5, and for the remaining 5 again 5 1s are 5, 5 1s are. So 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 5s are 60, and 60 5s are 300 is the answer. So the least common multiple for 50 and 60 would be 300. So this is a very simple way in which we can find out the least common multiple. If you wish to do it orally, then you will be needing to remember the multiplication tables. If you can recite the multiplication tables of both the given numbers, the first number which occurs common in both the tables has to be the least common multiple. Now, we can also have questions where we are expected to find out the highest common factors of numbers which are given in the P by Q form, that is the fraction form. So remember, the highest common factor for a set of fractions, let us say A by P, B by Q and C by R, is nothing but the highest common factor of the numerators divided by the least common multiple of the denominators. So in case we are asked to find out what is the highest common factor for 4 by 5 and 6 by 7, then we get the answer as the highest common factor of 4 and 6 divided by the least common multiple for 5 and 7. We will use the long method. 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2. For 6, 2 3s are 6, 3 1s are 3. Only the 2 is common to both, and so the highest common factor for 4 and 6 is 2. As far as 5 and 7's LCM is concerned, 5 1s are 5, 7 1s are 7. So 5 into 7, 35 happens to be the least common multiple. So the HCF for 4 by 5 and 6 by 7 is 2 divided by 35. Similarly, for the LCM of fractions, the least common multiple for a set of fractions like A by P, B by Q and C by R would be given by the least common multiple of the numerators divided by the highest common factor of the denominators. So we take the LCM of numerators A, B, C and divide it by the highest common factor, the HCF of the denominators, that is P, Q and R. So in case we have to find out the LCM for 4 by 5 and 6 by 7, then this is given by the least common multiple for 4 and 6 divided by the highest common factor for 5 and 7. Finding out the LCM for 4 and 6, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 1s are 2, 3 is not divisible, 3 1s are 3 1s are. So 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12. The LCM of 4 and 6 happens to be 12. And if we have to find out the HCF for 5 and 7, then for 5, 5 1s are 5, 1 1s are 7, 7 1s are 1 1s are. As both 5 and 7 are primes, their highest common factor would only be equal to 1. So the least common multiple for 4 by 5 and 6 by 7 would be equal to 12 divided by 1. Now, there is a simple fundamental property that you need to understand which can help you solve many problems of HCF and LCM. Assume that A and B are the two given numbers. Then, fundamentally speaking, the product of A and B will be equal to the product of the HCF of A and B and the LCM of both A and B. So, A multiplied by B can be given as the HCF of both A and B multiplied by the LCM of both A and B. If we were to take an example for this, let's take the two numbers as 28 and 35. We know that the highest common factor for 28 and 35 is 7 and the least common multiple for 28 and 35 is 140. So A multiplied by B is 28 multiplied by 35, which is 980, which is the same as the HCF of 28 and 35, which is 7 multiplied by the LCM of 28 and 35, which is 140. So A multiplied by B is equal to the product of the HCF of A and B and the LCM of A and B. Hope this gives you a quick refresher and reminder on how to find out the highest common factor and the lowest common multiple of a given set of numbers. Remember, the long method which you do on paper will give you the answer, but if you practice enough, a quick survey and you quickly remember your multiplication tables, then you will be able to find out HCF and LCM for given numbers orally without you resorting to paper and pen. This was a basic refresher on the topic of HCF and LCM. My name is Satyanarayan. Wish you all the very best. Have a good day.